Denox Tech Reviews number 55. Lanturn reviews the legendary STARFY for the Nintendo DS. Hey Lanturn, what's up? What brings you here today? Hey Denox, I believe I was able to spot STARFY while I was swimming underwater. This gives me a chance to review his game at last. That sounds great. If you manage to do a game review with him, let's all work together and upload it to our YouTube channel to let a lot of people know about this game. It's really underrated. That's exactly what I plan to do. I review, you edit this. I got my GoPro camera on my neck to record it. Great, I will be waiting here until you're done with the review. Make me proud, Lanturn. I guess I will go in my natural color to meet STARFY for this review. Hello you two, this is Denox Lanturn speaking. As you can see, he gave me special permission to do a review on the legendary STARFY for the Nintendo DS, underwater where STARFY resides. This game was released on June 8th, 2009 and was actually the very first in the series that was ever localized. It is also the 5th installment of the STARFY series. The first 3 games were on the Game Boy Advance, followed by the 4th game being on the Nintendo DS. Today we're going to review the 5th installment in Japan, and the first here in the West, dubbed the legendary STARFY. In Japan it is named Densetsu no STARFY Taiketsu Dairi Kaitsukuran, aka the legendary STARFY Confrontation Dairo Pirate Squad. So let's get started on a quick review on this game, shall we? So you play as a small yellow starfish called STARFY. He is the Prince of Puff Top. You will go on a side-scrolling adventure with him to find the missing crystal needed to regain the memories of a space rabbit called Bunston. This game actually has a simple storyline on how Bunston lost his memory, and you will find out as you pass the game what happened to this bunny in the past, which I won't spoil. If you play and enjoy the Kirby series, this game reminds me a lot of it because of the colorful art style and simplicity of the game. This is pretty much a game that anyone can pick up and play to enjoy the ride. This game is not so much in the challenging side, but it is a whole lot of fun, especially if you put in extra effort to collect all the treasure chests in the game to unlock different collectibles such as the accessories that you could equip to STARFY. And a heads up, if you manage to combine 2 similar items on him, you can unlock something special. So give it a try if you decide to play this game. In the beginning, not only the rabbit Bunston lost his memories, but STARFY pretty much has forgotten all his moves. As you pass through the game, STARFY will learn new abilities that will allow you to further advance in the game, such as the spin attacks to knock out enemies. Knocking down 3 or more enemies will earn you extra petals, which is the currency of this game. Other abilities STARFY can learn underwater is the dashing move that will allow him to move faster underwater. In land, STARFY can jump twice and ground pound an enemy with his sharp headbutt. He can also eventually glide in the air to reach more faraway area. Also at one point, he can jump out of the water to higher lengths if you press the Y button at the right time on the water's surface. New in the 5th installment of the legendary STARFY, he is able to combine himself with Bunston into one of the 4 different creatures. The first one is a fire-breathing dragon-like creature called Monstar. He can breathe a nice flamethrower to destroy any obstacles in his path. Once you get his second ability, you may control where you can throw his flames. The next creature is Starpedo, and listen to this. Starpedo is able to swim freely underwater and attack enemies with his sharp ice attack. His second ability will later enable him to ride around much stronger current that STARFY's second spin dash ability isn't able to do. The third creature is Roostar. Yup, he turns into a chicken that can knock down enemies simply by saying. He can also roost on a green flying cricket-like creature to enable it to turn into a flowing platform briefly. And the 4th and final creature is called Starfright. STARFY and Bunston turns into a ghost with the ability to go through sharp objects and obstacles. Also, he's able to attack enemies using his Spirit Fireball attack. Plus, he can fly in the air, so that makes things a lot easier for STARFY, doesn't it? There are some areas that STARFY alone cannot reach, so there will be levels where you will have to call on his pink starfish sister, Starly, to help out after talking to Mo asking you if you need her help. That is because Starly has two abilities that Starfy does not have. One is the wall jumping ability to reach higher places, and the second one is her crawling in short narrow paths, which Starfy does not even know how to do. The only problem is that unless you have a friend who also owns a DS/3DS willing to help you out in certain areas of the game, you will not be able to reach those areas. Summoning Starly requires you to use the DS download play feature or local play, but do not worry, she isn't required to pass a level at least. Some of the bosses could prove a small challenge, but if you have a general idea to take them down, you should not have a hard time at all beating them. The main villains of this game are called the Terrible Trio, which consists of Snips, Runk, and Papes respectively. They each have unique attacks as later bosses of the game, which could prove some challenge if you face them for the first time. This game is so much on the easy side that there are literally a handful of checkpoints each stage that allows you to save the game in the process as well. Those checkpoints are found with the mermaid in the pink clam shell. There is also some guy in gray jacket that seems like he's an explorer of some sort that will allow you to exit the stage temporarily and go back right where you left off when you decide to continue the level. Some of the treasure chests even unlocks minigames that will appear in the map. There are 5 minigames in total to unlock. The minigames are Sand Tracer, where you have to use the stylus to trace the outline of the sand to score the most points. Depth Charger, which you use the DS stylus to quickly dive as deep as possible. The deeper you dig, the more chances you have of winning. Fishing Derby uses the stylus as well to compete who can hook up the most fish. Main tip by the way, be patient in this minigame. Next one is Coin Slinger, that requires you to tap the coins with the stylus that has the same color as your Starfy is. First to score 40 points wins. And the final minigame is called the Dumpling Master, where you have to try to make the best testing dumpling for Starly as possible. The graphics of this game is a very colorful 2D environment with often noticeable 3D background. You will notice well once you see the 3D shark trying to eat Starfy. The art style looks like if you were playing a Kirby game, and every environment looks like they put a lot of detail in the cartoony art. The music of this game is very simple, yet enjoyable in the ear, as each soundtrack has some sort of cheery atmosphere. Of course there is a sad tune as well that sounds pretty calm. To conclude this review, if you're looking for a simple pick up and play kind of game and enjoy the Kirby series, then look no further and try this game out. This game will probably only take you around 6 to 10 hours to beat the main story, but if you want to go for 100% completion, this game could take you around 18 hours total average to get them all, so have fun. This is the only Starfy game that ever got localized in the States. It's pretty easy to find this game online and is super affordable as well. It goes for around $5 to $10 on eBay for a loose copy, and $9 to $15 for a complete in box. I will leave a link to the Amazon page of this game if you decide to buy this game after watching this review. For under $10, this game's a steal and will provide you a decent chunk of hours of fun. You will most likely enjoy their crazy shenanigans as Starfy interacts with many different allies and enemies in this game. I would highly recommend this game for children due to the difficulty, but it can still be enjoyed by everyone else quite well, especially Denox-kun that has recently beaten the game. It's too bad that after this game, there was no other Starfy games released since. Hopefully there will be a new one for the 3DS or the Nintendo NX, who knows? Most likely this game did not sell so well because it's not nearly as popular as the pink Puffball Kirby. But anyways, with 5 Starfy games out, the Game Boy Advance and the DS are region free, so it shouldn't be so hard and costly to import them. Fun fact that you should know, in the 3rd installment of Starfy on the Game Boy Advance, Wario actually makes a cameo appearance in the 8th world. No joke, so maybe that will motivate you even more to play this game. So now to sum it all up, I give the legendary Starfy for the Nintendo DS a 9.2 out of 10. Starfy is a unique little platformer that is very easy to pick up and play. Guaranteed to enjoy the unique gameplay elements if you're a huge platformer fan. So I think now since I finished this review, I will start enjoying my swimming with Starpedo now. Let's go Starfy! If you enjoyed this video, Be sure to check these previous videos as well and subscribe to the DenoxSeries today for more content like this. I also have a Patreon now if you choose to pledge to us to get better equipments for my future videos plus get great rewards in return. Click the link in the description below for more info. And also you may join our growing gaming community known as the DenoxSeries Fan Club, where you can meet people with interest in gaming, tech, anime, Nintendo, and related. See you there!